Hi everyone, I'm Kitty and welcome to my Dolls and Collectibles channel. Today I've been sitting here very quietly having my mint matcha green tea and brainstorming some ideas for a Reborn Doll video. And I thought what I'd do today is I'm going to share with you the story behind my most precious Reborn doll in my collection. I'll start by talking about the initial spark that led me to wanting a specific sold out limited edition Reborn kit painted by a very well-known master Reborn artist. And then I'm going to talk about the backstory and how my favourite doll travelled over 13,000 kilometres from Eastern Europe to Australia. This is my favourite Reborn doll in my collection. I've named her Anastasia Honor and she joined my collection back in 2022. Annie is dressed in her nursery outfit. This is what she wears when she isn't starring on YouTube. And I'm going to change her into a lovely outfit whilst I share a backstory about how Annie joined my collection. So before I go through the details of her outfit, let's just take a look at this gorgeous little outfit, her nursery outfit that she's wearing. I purchased this one from Amazon and it's this, I think it's like a 5-piece outfit, something like that. It came with the bodysuit that she's wearing underneath and the gorgeous lacy dress, the tights and the shoes. Look at these shoes. They're so cute with the diamantes and pearls. So blingy. Little satin shoes. And the dress is all lacy and has that bow detail as well. And then, of course, it's finished with this gorgeous headband. Oh, she looks so precious in this outfit. So let's go through the outfit details that I'm going to dress Annie into. First, I'll dress her into this beautiful Liberty Aurora dress. It's by Minnie Hana, and this brand is one of my favourite clothing brands from the David Jones department store. This beautiful long-sleeved collared dress is crafted from beautiful Liberty of London meadow song print, and it features this gorgeous feathered skirt. Isn't it beautiful? There's also dainty lace trim on the collar as well as on the hem. That looks so beautiful. I absolutely love that print, and Liberty of London does beautiful prints. Turning the dress over, what's really handy about the dress, particularly when you're dressing a Reborn doll, is that it's buttoned all the way down the back. So this dress is so easy to get on. It's very, very practical. And then I'm going to put these gorgeous little lacy socks on her. They're so sweet. Can you see how they're quite sheer, but then they've got this beautiful lace design. They're so incredibly beautiful. And I'm going to also put these cute little pair of white little Mary Jane shoes. She takes a size 2. So when I first started collecting Reborn dolls, I was totally obsessed with the sculpt artist Natali Blick's work, especially her toddler Reborn doll kits. And I'm going to place a photo up on screen of the Reborn sculpt artist Natali Blick, just so you can make sense of the story. Now, Natali was born in Poland in 1977. She apparently now resides in Germany and she's married with 2 children. Natali grew up in a family of artists and spent a lot of time exposed to art. So her favourite activity as a child was painting, and her mother, who is also an artist, taught her how to paint and mix colours. Then as a teenager, apparently she worked in her mother's workshop as an artist. And then in 2007, she discovered lifelike dolls and started sculpting in 2008. And then in 2009, she began working with Dolls Dreamland, where she produced, I think, around 8 sculpts. And then in 2012, she then kind of became independent and began to produce her own Reborn Doll sculpts. And she has since then distributed her kits worldwide through various authorised online distributors like McPherson's and Irresistibles and all of those types of distributors, etc. Now, what attracted me the most to Natalie's kits is how she sculpts their faces and especially their eyes. She's very famous for making her kits with these big expressive eyes, and I absolutely love that about her work, and it just immediately drew me in when I first joined the Reborn Doll community back in 2020. Now, I have a very long list of Natali Blick sculpts that are my favourite, including the Chloe, Tootie, Maggie, Susu, Pippa, and of course, Betty. Now, the Betty sculpt is my all-time absolute favourite. Absolute favourite. So much so that I have 2 in my collection, Annie being one of them. And I've shown my other one recently on the channel, that's Holly Jane. Now, the Betty Reborn kit was actually released back in 2018. So it was a year or so before I started collecting Reborn dolls. It was a limited edition with only 999 produced. And given that it was a really popular kit, it sold out like immediately, so quickly. The original kit sold for around US $158.99. I wish it was still that, because today the Betty kit, it's rare and it continues to be highly sought after by collectors, with an authentic kit selling online for more than $500. That's such a lot of money. So if you've got a Betty kit hiding around at home, you're sitting on a gold mine. So I knew when I joined the Reborn Doll community that the only way that I would ever be able to afford to have this Reborn kit in my collection was I had to find a second-hand Betty Reborn doll, and I did not have very high expectations of the quality of the doll that I would be receiving, if I'm being perfectly honest. Anyway, moving along, in 2022, one of my childhood friends, who's also a Reborn doll collector, but she tends to collect more silicone dolls, she actually helped me find this Betty doll. So you can imagine, one day back in 2022, she was window shopping in some Reborn groups on Facebook, and she came across a post advertising this doll for sale. She was pricey for a second-hand doll, and there wasn't a lot of details about her provided. And it wasn't till afterwards that we found out the seller was actually selling this doll for a fraction of what the original cost was that she purchased her for. So I got this doll for a super deal. And that's what happens with doll collecting. Sometimes you win some and sometimes you lose some. And with this doll, I struck gold. So getting back to the story, the stars were aligned when my friend reached out to the seller to discuss the sale, and they discovered that they both lived in the same city. I mean, fancy that. So she was actually able to visit the seller's home to inspect the doll and all the paperwork, the COA and the nursery certificate, because she wanted to confirm that the doll was authentic. Given that the price was really, really good value, and who actually painted this doll, she wanted to go and check to make sure that everything was legit and authentic. And my friend was pleasantly surprised to discover that this very high-end quality reborn doll was made by master artist Yaroslava Viskovskaya. And during her visit, the seller explained how this reborn doll came into her collection and the reason why she was selling. So apparently the seller is a huge fan of Yaroslava's work, and she follows her on social media. So when this doll originally came up for sale, there were many doll collectors around the world wanting to purchase this doll. And Yaroslava decided that she wanted to sell this doll she was a little old lady in Australia. A lovely little old lady, apparently, who lives in Australia, all the way in Australia. So she chose her to sell the doll to. And apparently the seller was on a pension, so she couldn't pay the doll off straight away. She actually had to arrange a payment plan with Yaroslava to pay this doll off in installments. And eventually the doll made its way from Ukraine, travelling over 13,000 kilometres all the way to Australia. This doll was actually part of the seller's collection for around 4 years, but she needed to quickly downsize her collection as she was moving overseas. Hence the reason why she sold the doll at a really awesome price. I was very familiar with Yaroslava's work, and I absolutely love this reborn artist's work, and didn't think in a million trillion years I would ever have the opportunity to have her work in my collection. Like, I just didn't think that it was ever going to be a possibility. So little Annie is she's like a dream come true. She's like, how do I explain it? She's like the diamond in my reborn collection. So after I very promptly gave the green light to the purchase of this doll, I actually deposited the money into my friend's account so that she could purchase this doll on my behalf. And I had to wait a little while for her to arrive because my friend doesn't live where I do. And so I had to wait for her to come and visit. And so I had to wait, I think it was at least 6 weeks, it might have even been 8 weeks for her to arrive. And then I did a blanket reveal for this doll on my channel. Now, when I first unveiled this reborn doll, as you can imagine, I was completely blown away by her quality and realism. And she came dressed in the most gorgeous handmade lime green and white cotton outfit that Yaroslava had apparently handmade. And I'm going to pop up on screen a photo of the beautiful outfit that she came in. I mean, as you can see, Yaroslava's reborning skills are next level. They're just incredible. And I'm going to show you some of the doll's reborning details, and hopefully my camera will pick up these fine details for you. Starting with her eyelashes, they're hand-rooted, both top and bottom. It's not often that you see them done on the bottom. And I love how the lashes are actually darker than her hair. I think it looks more natural, and I think it frames the eye really well. If you look very closely at her actual eyes, they're made from high quality German glass made in Lauscher. Aren't they beautiful? Look at this detail of the freckle underneath her eye, the moisture that looks so natural on her lips, the blushing on her cheeks, and her eyebrows are just phenomenal. And again, the right shade for her hair. She has this beautiful, you can see it's mono-rooted hair. So that means it's been done one strand at a time. And the hair is mohair. It is super soft. It is just luxurious. Look at the amazing veining. It's all on her scalp. It's on her arms. It's on her legs. It's just amazing. All this detail with the veining. Super incredible lifelike details. Here are her fingernails. They look so natural. Look at the moons on the nails and the tips. They look so incredibly natural and real. Here's her other hand, again with those beautiful moons and the natural, shiny, healthy looking nails. Beautiful. Then on her leg, she's got a cute little boo-boo here. And over here, look at the scratch. The little scratch. These are all sorts of rough and tumble things that little toddlers would have. And look at the mottling and the veining. Just incredible work. This Reborn doll, it's truly a work of art. And I love all the intricate details that make this doll look so realistic. This doll is a fine example of why I enjoy collecting Reborn dolls. It's for their artistry. I love how every Reborn doll is unique and one of a kind. I've been collecting Reborn dolls for about 5 or 6 years. The channel's been around for 5, although I have been collecting and sort of researching about Reborn dolls a bit longer than that. So probably about 6 years ago, I took a really serious interest in the hobby. And what I've discovered is that people collect Reborn dolls for all sorts of reasons, but I'm old school and I collect Reborn dolls purely for their art. And because I'm a serious doll collector and I consider the future value of my doll collection, I always purchase dolls made with authentic kits. So Reborn dolls made with authentic kits. But like I've said on my channel many times before, I don't discriminate against others who choose not to. You do you, boo. I also don't showcase this Reborn doll on my channel very much, and that is because I treat her like more of a display doll. I do, however, have some other Reborn dolls in my collection where I feel more comfortable regularly changing them into different outfits. But she's got really good quality hair and her painting's really good quality, so I prefer to display her. And this outfit looks really lovely on Anastasia. I'm going to show you the full effect in just a moment. I really do enjoy the process of changing the outfits on not just my Reborn dolls, but all my dolls. And I hope my viewers really have enjoyed and like this spring inspired outfit that I've changed Annie into, because I did it to pay homage to all my dolly friends in the Northern Hemisphere who are experiencing the spring season. Remembering, I'm in the Southern Hemisphere and we're in autumn at the moment. So I hope you enjoyed that very much. So that's my story about how little Annie joined my collection. Do you have a special doll in your collection? I would love to hear about it in the comments section below. Reborn dolls are unique creations that I have enjoyed collecting for around 5 years or so, and I encourage anyone new to Reborn Dolls to dip your toes in the water and explore the reborn world. Not only will their artistry bring you lots of joy, you will also get to meet some lovely, like-minded people in the community. And I've included some YouTube channel recommendations of other reborn channels to follow. All of them are drama-free channels. They are beautiful women that run really fun theme days in the reborn community, and I encourage you to go down to the description box of this video and check out those channels. Oh, Annie, you look so super cute in your outfit, but who are you holding? This is the mysterious Lady Mary Worthington. I did a box opening recently on this beautiful handmade teddy bear. I'm going to include a link in the description box below if you're interested in checking out that video. Isn't she lovely? So Lady Mary Worthington is going to be Annie's little lovey, and I think they are just the perfect pair, don't you think? Thank you for being here today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe so I can continue sharing my dolls and collectibles content with you. And most importantly, always remember, you are never too old for dolls and never too old for a hobby you love. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.